There I am. A little editing. Oh boy. I don't like seeing that tooth. I've got a whole bunch of, I got a lot of personal stuff I'm working on right now. We just filed an extension for taxes. Need to go through all that. And I'm just going to get all this stuff taken care of. So if you don't like it, just unsubscribe. But today's topic. Oh, by the way, thank you for all the new subscribers. I had one of my shorts went viral. Well, for me, it's viral. 10,000 views is the most I've ever had. So, and I think it's day 3. So it's just basically I'm just educating the casual person how to discover where the treasures are at swap meets and flea markets, and how to find storage locker sellers, and when they are giving you a chance to discover stuff, how to look at it. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's not all about eBay. These videos are about eBay and my reseller life and where I'm heading and my journey. So there's like kind of a mixture between my disabilities real serious in my life. I'm starting to get questions about that. Not that if I have them, I obviously have them. I know I have them. It's like what tools I'm using. How can I help my son? That's something I believe there's a niche here. I won't always talk about them, but I'll express my experience. So today it's going to be a hot topic. Not a lot of people are going to like this one. I'm sorry, real sorry. But it's the post office. And the question is, can eBay do what Amazon did? You see those Amazon trucks everywhere. At least in Orange County you do. What stops eBay from doing that? It's not our fault the post office mismanaged their funds. I mean, I still haven't seen an electric van. We paid, $18 billion for a new fleet, and we haven't seen any of them. And it's been, 7 years, 6 years? I don't know. Those dates might be inaccurate. I'm just giving an example. It's been a while, and we haven't seen them. But we paid for them. The state, the government gave the money for it. So I know April 2nd's coming, and people are starting to, spend less. At least for the items I have, I target collectibles, smalls. So I went to the post office, not the post office, I went to my warehouse yesterday and started looking for items that might be used in emergency purposes. And the only thing I really had were clothes. Shoes. I had tons of shoes. I can find all the shoes I want in the world. I can find really good shoes. And that being said, I don't want to get off topic because this topic that I want to talk about is important. Why can't eBay do what Amazon's doing? And why can't there be a little eBay van? Maybe we go out our own hub and we drop off our packages, and then they can sort them to different locations, to different areas. Why are we being punished for mismanagement of the post office? They got to pay all those retirement plans. And that's another subject. I have a stepsister that's been working for the post office for years. And to vent, she would drive 80. They punished her a lot of times because she was honest. I hate to say that. But she got an open hand slap in the face by a supervisor, and she filed a complaint, a suit with all the proper people, and they started messing with her for years. They would move her, and they would do all sorts of things. And she started complaining about all the things that she started seeing to me. And she would openly complain about people stealing money, stealing packages, stealing over and over. And I'm like, oh my God, why are you working there if you're so unhappy? And I can't forget what she told me. And this is before I was a full-time reseller. This is I'd sell stuff, or I do, casual seller. I wasn't a full-time seller, but now I'm a full-time seller. I got tons of packages. I only ship what 300-400 packages a month, maybe right now. Oh, and I'm having missing packages. So if someone says I'm having 3 to 5 a month, and if you're averaging 4,000, and you're lucky to be at an area that doesn't have thievery going on, you're not going to experience what I have. When I shifted to a different post office, those stopped, but I'm still getting some. I'm still having issues. Those stories will always live with me. And hearing what she had to go through and exposed, and so it just kind of blends into, there's a lot of industries that are, fraud. And I'm a big believer. There's 3 things I'm trying to stay true to. Even and the 3 things are subjects I don't talk about. Not just in video, but in general, to my friends, or if I do, I borderline it, but I don't go into my real deep, because it always kind of turmoil if we have different opinions, and we'll lose friends. In recent years, I lose friends because one's be left and one I'll be right, and we won't talk anymore, and I just realize if I can just border the middle, right in the middle. So those 3 things are religion, exes, bring your friends into your ex relationships. It just tears them apart. And politics. And now we got this, Doge, and finding all this fraud, and I don't believe in calculated risk. I think someone that lives in calculated risk is living in a lie sin. And obviously I'm the one that's poor. I'm poor. I live in Newport Beach, and I'm poor because of it. Now, if I lived somewhere in the middle of the country where my bills are only $700-800, not, I wouldn't be as poor. So I made those decisions when I was younger, and I've been wanting to leave for a long time. But to go back to the Postal Service, so why can't eBay be like Amazon? They're online sellers. They're online platform. They're trying. Well, Amazon made a decision a long time ago. We're not going to pay these rates. We're gonna do our own shipping. What a great idea! It could, if it's true, they're already changing. They announced they're changing their delivery dates. Now, coming up, we're gonna have different rates for different types of area you live in. So if you live in a very off-site, they're starting to cut. So the service is going to be less. And then you're going to have cost increases. Oh, we've been having those for 3-4 years now? We've been new rates. Oh, once Christmas they didn't raise the rates, but then the next month they did. It's like, they ain't going to miss an opportunity. They're going to go after it. So why is their mismanagement going to cost me money? Their mismanagement. They did it. The government provided the service for every American in the country. They take in debt every year. And now we're going to have to pay these people for the rest of their lives on top of their Social Security. So it's just like, hearing my sister talk about all this fraud. I mean, years of just like, sometimes I just didn't want to hear it. I would just, yeah, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Really? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he used a race card. He got out of that one. And I'm like, I'm not saying my sister was perfect. And she was, by far not perfect. Neither of them were. They were my stepsisters. They're not my dad's third wife's children from another marriage. I was a young, little kid. They took care of me. One of them took care of me like my own. It's like it was hers. And that's the one I'm talking about. And I'm not going to give names. it doesn't matter. But I just want to mention this. Things are changing. Even recently, that there's a rumor that maybe it should be a public company should be privatized. eBay, little vans, great marketing. We wouldn't have to pay for it. Off-site ads, no. eBay vans driving around the city everywhere. Hey, why not? Maybe subsidize the postal service like Amazon's doing. Not everything is going through it. Help us here. Don't leave us out to dry. When they're going through their changes, why not be forward thinking? So people might be mad, I don't want to use eBay labels, I don't want to use this, I don't want to use that. I go, yeah, but if you ship a truckload versus a shipload, you're going to get lower rates. And they got to compete against all these other platforms. So if they're able to get lower rates more than another platform, you're going to want to come here, buy on eBay. So, yeah, I can hear I've already gotten some comments on some of my my videos. And I respect those comments. I 100% respect those comments because I don't, since my experience with the post office now might be different than yours based on where you're at and the honesty of that location. That's how I feel. Because I can go to a different post office and feel like I got a 1% chance I'm going to lose more items here. That's a lot. So, and I can actually see the behavior at these post offices and the way they handle their business. It's not a straight cross, this is how it's done. It's like the wild, wild west. And I'm sorry to say that. If you're a postal service, I'm telling the truth. And there are a lot of issues with the system that's in play. You can't say I'm not telling the truth because I actually heard it for 20 years how bad it is. So if it's bad for 20 years, how many people are multiple people that are working together, or teams of people that are doing stuff? We don't know yet. So I pray the little eBay vans start showing up. It doesn't have to be now. It could be something where if we have certain size weight packages, or we have under a certain amount, and it could be very powerful. Cross marketing, promotions. I mean, why is the biggest online platform in the world using their own vans with big old Amazon? Why can't we Amazon / eBay? Why can't they have both? Or I just wanted people to think about this as we get choked here, as the best thing, from my opinion. And here we go back to those 3 little principles I'm borderlining, that a lot of fraud is exposed. And a lot of these sellers start thinking about, maybe there is a better way. There might be a better way. Why is Amazon doing it? And they just keep growing and growing and growing. And that's all I want, is a fair chance here. I don't want to have to ship something that's 4 ounces for $5.45 to go to New York, where if I was in the middle of the country, it cost me $3.75. It's not fair. It's not a fair platform right now. It's not. I'm costing me more money because I'm in California shipping across the whole country, where maybe eBay shipping labels or eBay shipping partnership, whatever they make it, maybe it's cheaper across the platform because they know that there's an inconsistency of sellers on the outskirts are losing their butt, and the sellers that are in the middle of the country are saving a lot of money. Why don't we change this? So I instead of sending me a negative comment, how about send me what you would think? How could it be better? How can we be better how do we get our items to our customers? I mean, I'll take the negative comments. They all help. And I'll be until I get scarred. And obviously, nothing. I mean, it's gonna scar me anyway. If someone wants to talk about my disabilities, you're gonna get shamed. There'll be people all over you. So I lived with it my whole life. Trust me, you're not the only bully I've dealt with. I'll find out what street you live on. Oh yeah, no, I won't do that, but I can. I'm pretty savvy. I might not be able to do a lot of things people do, but I do love what I do. And eBay, I love eBay, and I don't want to see eBay get targeted. So this video is already 15 minutes long. One clip. Yes, I don't have to edit. So have a great day. Let's keep rocking, guys. Thanks for watching. Oh, I do got to edit. Darn it.